If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Only two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the former. Strive not to be a success, but rather be of value. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. We can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Anyone who doesn't take truth seriously in small matters cannot be trusted in large ones either. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. The only reason for time is so that everything doesn't happen at once. I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. If we knew what it was we were doing, it would not be called research, would it? Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. I live in that solitude which is painful in youth, but delicious in the years of maturity. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. I think and think for months and years. 99 times, the conclusion is false. The 100th time I am right. Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters. Any man who can drive safely while kissing a pretty girl is simply not giving the kiss the attention it deserves. If people are good only because they fear punishment, and hope for reward, then we are a sorry lot indeed. There are two ways to live. You can live as if nothing is a miracle. You can live as if everything is a miracle. No amount of experimentation can ever prove me right. A single experiment can prove me wrong. The value of a man should be seen in what he gives and not in what he is able to receive. Any man who reads too much and uses his own brain too little falls into lazy habits of thinking. All that is valuable in human society depends upon the opportunity for development accorded the individual.
A table, a chair, a bowl of fruit, and a violin. What else does a man need to be happy?
He who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe, is as good as dead, his eyes are closed. He who joyfully marches to music in rank and file has already earned my contempt. He has been given a large brain by mistake, since for him the spinal cord would suffice. As far as the laws of mathematics refer to reality, they are not certain, and as far as they are certain, they do not refer to reality. The attempt to combine wisdom and power has only rarely been successful, and then only for a short while. The grand aim of all science is to cover the greatest number of empirical facts by logical deduction from the smallest number of hypotheses or axioms. If I were not a physicist, I would probably be a musician. I often think of music. I live my daydreams in music. I see my life in terms of music. The release of atomic energy has not created a new problem. It has merely made more urgent the necessity of solving an existing one. The unleashed power of the atom has changed everything save our modes of thinking, and we thus drift toward unparalleled catastrophe. We should take care not to make the intellect our goal. It has, of course, powerful muscles, but no personality. It gives me great pleasure indeed to see the stubbornness of an incorrigible nonconformist warmly acclaimed. I do not believe that civilization will be wiped out in a war fought with the atomic bomb. Perhaps 2/3 of the people of the earth will be killed. One strength of the communist system of the East is that it has some of the characters of a religion and inspires the emotions of a religion. It stands to the everlasting credit of science that by acting on the human mind it has overcome man's insecurity before himself and before nature. Reading, after a certain age, diverts the mind too much from its creative pursuits. Any man who reads too much and uses his own brain too little falls into lazy habits of thinking. Most of the fundamental ideas of science are essentially simple, and may, as a rule, be expressed in a language comprehensible to everyone. There is no logical way to the discovery of these elemental laws. There is only the way of intuition, which is helped by a feeling for the order lying behind the appearance. I cannot imagine a God who rewards and punishes the objects of his creation and is but a reflection of human frailty. Click link in the bio for free study notes, limited spots. Follow us now, Study Note 10.